Bluey might look like harmless family fun, but under the squeaky toys and belly laughs hides a world of secrets the healers would rather you never dig up. 1. The pup that never was. Before Bluey even started, early art showed Chili with a baby bump. But in the show, there's no third pup, just Bluey and Bingo. It's quiet, but it hurts. Maybe it hints at a puppy that never made it, a story the healers don't talk about. Joe Brumm based the show on his own life, so this hidden loss could be real. Suddenly, those giggles and backyard games feel a lot heavier than they look. 2. The Lonely Planet. In Sleepy Time, Bingo floats through space surrounded by glowing planets. Each one represents a family member, except Mercury. It's just empty. No one lives there. No one's named. It's like a missing piece in a perfect family puzzle. Some say it's just an artistic choice, but come on, this show never does random. That silent little planet feels like someone's gone, someone the healers don't mention. It's a heartbreaking detail hiding inside a dream. Who knew a kid's cartoon could turn a bedtime story into an emotional black hole? 3. The dragon nobody could defeat. In Dragon, Chili draws and talks softly about her childhood. It seems simple until you notice the word dragon. In stories, dragons often stand for battles you can't win, like cancer. Suddenly, the drawings and quiet tone hit different. Maybe Chili isn't just remembering her mom, maybe she's remembering losing her. The episode never says it out loud, but it doesn't need to. It's grief hiding under crayons and bedtime calm. Only Bluey could turn a sweet drawing scene into a silent goodbye that makes every parent watching swallow hard. 4. When Bluey ghosted her own show. You'd think the star of Bluey would show up in every episode, right? Nope. In Turtle Boy and Slide, she's completely missing. No tail, no bark, not even a blurry background cameo. It's like she packed a squeaky toy and skipped town. Maybe she's on a secret mission, or maybe the animators gave her a vacation day. But here's the twist. It actually works. With Bluey gone, Bingo finally gets her moment to shine. Still, it's weird watching Bluey without, well, Blue-E, like turning on Friends and finding out Ross called in sick. 5. Operation Love Dog. In Double Babysitter, it looks like Frisky and Rad just happened to meet while watching the kids. Cute, right? Not really. Turns out, Chili and Trixie set the whole thing up like undercover matchmakers with wine and calendars. They planned every detail to make those two bump into each other. It wasn't luck, it was a full-on mom mission. And it worked. Now Frisky and Rad are married, and we're all pretending it was destiny. Never underestimate a mom with free time and a goal. Those two basically turned babysitting into a romantic ambush. 6. Bingo's secret hospital story. In Bumpy and the Wise Old Wolfhound, Bingo's lying in a hospital bed, but no one says why. No crash, no broken bone, just soft beeps and worried eyes. It's one of those quiet moments that stick. Later, we learned Joe Brumm's daughter once had a scary asthma attack, and this episode mirrors that. Some even think it ties to Bingo's gluten allergy from daddy drop-off. Either way, it's real life sneaking into playtime. The show doesn't make it dramatic. It just shows love, care, and a tiny pup fighting to breathe. Simple, honest, and hard to forget. 7. Bandit's Big Secret. When Bandit almost sells the healer house in the sign, it feels sudden. But the truth is, the show had been hinting at it for ages. Back in Curry Quest, he was gone for 6 weeks on a mysterious dig. In Stickbird, he couldn't stop thinking while everyone else played. Turns out, he'd been offered a big job, one that meant moving the whole family. The clues were there the whole time, hiding in plain sight. It wasn't just a dad daydreaming, it was Bandit quietly wrestling with a life-changing choice between adventure and home. 8. The Red Healer Mystery. Something doesn't add up in the Healer family photo. Bandit, Stripe, and their parents are all classic blue healers. But Uncle Rad? He's bright red, like he missed the memo. Genetics say that shouldn't happen unless one parent was secretly carrying that color gene. Or Rad isn't fully related. Maybe he's adopted, maybe he's a half-brother, or maybe Grandma Chris has a story she's not telling. The official site calls him a red-blue healer mix, which only makes it weirder. Suddenly, the sign isn't just about weddings, it's about family secrets buried deeper than Bandit's backyard holes. 9. Where's Indy's dad? Indy's mom is always around, selling vegan snacks, chatting, doing everything solo. But her dad? Never seen. In Calypso, Indy says her baby sister is in the hospital and that her dad stays home with her. That one line changes everything. Maybe he's a full-time carer. Maybe the parents live apart. Whatever the case, the show doesn't spell it out. It just lets it be normal. No drama, no sad music, just life. It's easy to miss, but once you notice, you realize Bluey quietly shows families come in all shapes, sizes, and routines. 10. The Mystery of Winton's Mom. Winton's dad, Cornelius, pops up all the time, loud, funny, and always ready for a date. But Winton never calls his place home. In Helicopter, he even asks for a ride to his dad's house, which means he lives somewhere else. So, where's his mom? We've Never seen her, not even once. Maybe she's the quieter parent, or maybe she and Cornelius split up long ago. The show never explains it, but it doesn't need to. Winton's story quietly shows that not every family lives under one roof, and that's completely okay. 11. Chili, the hidden rock legend. Chili might look calm and collected, but that mum's got rockstar energy hiding under her fur. In the quiet game, her music player flashes a logo that looks just like Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Then we see the same player with Bandit's mate, Rocco. Suspicious? Very. Either they share playlists, or Chili once shredded guitar solos in a Dog World rock band. Imagine her blasting classic rock while packing school lunches. Somewhere between yoga and hockey practice, Chili Healer might just be Brisbane's most underrated headbanger. 12. Bandit and the ashtray. In one blink and you'll miss it scene, Bandit picks up an old ashtray and just stares at it. No one says a word. No cigarette jokes, no explanation, just awkward silence and nostalgia. It's weirdly serious for a show about kids pretending to be butterflies. Maybe it's a little nod to grown-ups, a quiet "remember when" moment from a different time. Bandit looks at it like he's holding a fossil from the Dark Ages. Back when parents still smoked indoors and called it relaxing, it's a strange, smoky reminder that even in Bluey, adulthood has a few ghosts hiding in the background. 13. The return of Greenie. Remember Greenie, the little green balloon Bluey called her son in mom school? He floated away like he'd had enough family drama for one lifetime. Most of us thought that was the end. But surprise, he's back. In the sign, you can spot him drifting peacefully over Brisbane like some enlightened balloon guru. That's not a mistake, that's character continuity. Greenie survived the fall, the wind, and emotional abandonment. He's basically the most resilient character in Bluey. Somewhere out there, a balloon's living his best life, while Bandit still can't get the kids to clean their room. 14. Bluey broke reality. During the quiet game, Bluey and Bandit stroll past a store window showing, wait for it, an episode of Bluey playing inside. So they're watching themselves. That's already weird enough, but then you notice the painted electrical box next to it. It's not random art, it's real. You can find that exact box in Brisbane, sitting quietly like a secret portal between fiction and reality. The animators didn't just draw a city, they drew their city. So yeah, somewhere out there, Bluey exists in our world, probably judging us for not cleaning up after lunch. 15. The case of the missing $10. In Ragdoll, Bluey finds a $10 note and proudly shows Bandit. He pockets it like any dad would, and poof, it's gone. No wallet, no couch cushions, just thin air. Then later, Chili tucks away her phone the exact same way. So, where are they hiding this stuff? They don't wear clothes, no pockets in sight. Maybe adult dogs have invisible pouches, like kangaroos with better budgeting skills. Or maybe the healers just operate on cartoon physics, where logic doesn't pay rent. Either way, that $10 is never coming back. Probably floating somewhere with Greenie the balloon. 16. Flappy the butterfly lives on. In Slide, Bingo and Lila rescue a tiny caterpillar and name it Flappy after it turns into a butterfly. Cute, right? But then, episodes later in the sign, that same blue butterfly drifts through Rad and Frisky's wedding. It's the exact one. Suddenly, a kid's bug rescue turns into a symbol for new beginnings. Friendship for the girls, marriage for the grown-ups. It's a blink and you miss it link that somehow ties two stories together. Leave it to Bluey to make a random insect cameo feel like destiny on wings. 17. The sad life of Jeremiah the gnome. Poor Jeremy. In the sign, Frisky kicks him straight in the head during an argument, and his poor ceramic skull cracks. But here's the twist. He was already broken. Way back in Backpackers, he took a tragic fall when Bandit was playing with the kids, and his hat shattered on impact. Someone must have glued him back together, but the scars stayed. Now he's just standing there, smiling through the pain, watching another family meltdown. Forget the healers. Jeremy deserves his own spin-off. A brave little garden gnome, surviving chaos, heartbreak, and one very bad kick. 18. The secret game in the intro. You've probably watched Bluey's intro 100 times, thinking it's just the family dancing around for fun. But here's the twist. It's not random dancing at all. They're actually playing musical statues. Every time the music cuts, they freeze like their lives depend on it. That's why they look so serious when the names pop up. It's a full-on family showdown, hidden right in the theme song. So while you're bopping along to Boop Bluey, they're secretly in an intense freeze battle. Suddenly, that cheerful intro feels like the quietest war ever fought in the Healer living room. 19. Bandit the cartoon throwback. Bandit Healer didn't get his name by accident. It's a little gift from the past. A throwback to Johnny Quest, where the family's bulldog was also called Bandit. Yep, Bluey's dad shares his name with a 1960s cartoon dog who went on wild adventures. And it doesn't stop there. Rad's truck sports a sticker that looks looks suspiciously like the creepy villain from Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's like the animators sprinkled bits of old cartoons all over Bluey, hiding shout-outs only older viewers would catch. Bandit's not just a dad, he's part of a long cartoon bloodline. 20. The tiny team behind the big show. Here's a wild fact. Bluey is made by only about 50 people. That's it, fewer than a school bus full of kids. Yet this small crew at Ludo Studio pumps out full seasons with movie-level detail and feelings that wreck adults everywhere. They handle animation, music, voices, everything, and still make it look effortless. Each episode takes months of work for just 7 minutes of perfection. Forget big Hollywood teams. These legends prove you don't need hundreds of people to make magic. Just talent, coffee, and a deep understanding of how to make everyone cry over cartoon dogs. 21. The Ice Cream Lady's Glow Up. The Ice Cream Lady might be the most underrated boss in Bluey. In her first appearance, she's pushing a tiny cart, hustling in the sun. Next time, she's got a proper stall at the market. By tradies, she's upgraded to a full ice cream truck with signage and shade. That's not a background gag. That's a business empire in motion. While Bandit's still losing socks in the laundry, she's out there living the small business dream. Forget superheroes. This woman's the real inspiration. One scoop at a time, she built an empire fueled by sprinkles and ambition. 22. Pretzel, the lone pup. Pretzel, the Chihuahua, isn't lonely. He just likes his own company. In Calypso and Cricket, while the other pups are running wild, Pretzel's perfectly happy doing his own thing. No drama, no noise, just peace and personal space. It's rare for a kids' show to show that kind of quiet confidence. Bluey usually celebrates teamwork and play, but Pretzel reminds us it's okay to take a break from the crowd. He's the calm in a storm of squeaky toys, the introvert icon we didn't know we needed. Some heroes wear capes, Pretzel wears headphones and boundaries. 23. Trouble on Facey Talk. During Facey Talk, Muffin's busy stealing the spotlight, refusing to share the phone with Socks. But look behind her. Stripe and Trixie are quietly arguing off to the side. No shouting, no sound. Just the body language of two tired parents hitting their limit. A moment later, they make up like nothing happened. It's such a small thing, but it hits hard. Bluey doesn't sugarcoat family life. Sometimes parents bicker, then move on. It's not drama, it's real. While the pups learn about sharing, the adults are learning patience on mute. 24. Cornelius, the secret movie star. In the episode Movies, look closely at the posters on the cinema wall. One of them shows a tough-looking bulldog detective with a mustache. Sound familiar? It should. It's Cornelius, Winton's dad, hiding behind a cheap disguise. So, what's the deal? Is he moonlighting as a film star between school drop-offs, or did the animators just sneak him into his own movie? Either way, it explains a lot. That confidence, those endless dates, he's probably used to the spotlight. Turns out, Cornelius might not just be a dad. He could be the Brad Pitt of dog world detective dramas. 25. The real streets of Bluey. Bluey's world isn't made up. It's basically Brisbane in cartoon form. The parks, the houses, even the skyline all match real places you can actually visit. You can spot Mount Cootha, the river bridges, and those hilly suburban streets where scooters rule the footpath. It's like the animators grabbed a camera, wandered around town and said, "Yeah, let's just draw this." For locals, watching Bluey feels like spotting your own neighborhood on TV. For everyone else, it's a guided tour of sunny Aussie life, complete with magpies, backyard chaos, and one very patient dad. 26. Do fairies really exist? In the episode, Fairies, strange things start happening. Stickers appear out of nowhere, tails get tied together, and Bandit's patience evaporates. By the end, Bingo actually sees a real fairy sparkle right past her nose. But the show never tells us if it was magic or make-believe. Maybe it's just a trick to get Bandit to say sorry. Or maybe something truly magical lives in that house. Either way, Bluey leaves it up to you to decide. Believe in fairies, and they're real. Stop believing, and they're gone. Simple, mysterious, and kind of beautiful. So there you have it, the truth behind Bluey's biggest mysteries, from lost pups to haunted garden gnomes. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If Bluey has this much drama, what are the parents hiding off screen? Comment what you think and tell me which secret blew your mind.